up, y'all? This is your boy DMV Ken, the Neo Simmer, and we are back with another episode of Enter the Chat. And guess who just hopped in the chat? Independent presidential candidate Kanye West. Kanye, talk to me, man.
Hey, everyone, listen to this, please. Today, it all changes. We need to think how to think free. We need to be free thinkers. Then we need to learn how to feel free. People say feel free, but we don't even know how to feel free or think free. Say what you feel.
Okay, so we getting right to it early. All right, Kanye, this is a judgment-free zone. I want you to talk freely. I want to understand your mind. Talk to me about what you mean about thinking free and being free.
Do you feel that I'm feeling? Do you feel that I'm being free and I'm thinking free?
I sure do. Let's get it.
We all slaves. And y'all ain't experienced nothing right here but a moment from a movie out of glory.
All right, my brother, enlighten me.
Back in the days, the slaves had enough money they could buy their own freedom. We all say we slaves to Nike, we slaves to Benz, we slaves to public perception, we slaves to not looking, what somebody gonna say after the interview. Why you let Kanye do that?
We are orphans, bro. We are cultureless. We don't have our own culture. We sign to culture vultures. We sign our life away. Our contracts to culture vultures. Think about everything that's cultural. Taking a knee is cultural. Being on social media is cultural. Wearing high fashion is cultural. Pushing a foreign is cultural. All these things are not owned by our culture. So who designed the culture? What does it mean to do it for the culture?
So Kanye, I agree in parts of what you're saying, but I do also have some disagreements. Now, I think that when we look at our culture, and hip hop culture is what I believe that we're talking about here, I believe that you're right. It has been changed, altered, skewed. Culture vultures have come in and completely changed the dynamic of what our culture looked like. But when you say orphan, the definition of an orphan is a child whose parents have died. And when we look at hip hop, the essence of hip hop, Kanye, which is still alive and well. Now, you say who designed our culture? Culture vultures didn't design our culture. They've altered our culture, but they did not design our culture. Our culture was designed by us. If we still look at hip hop in the foundation, the infancy, the structure of hip hop, what hip hop was founded on, the four elements of hip hop, which is DJing, MCing, breakdancing, and graffiti. Those are the foundations of our culture. They weren't designed by culture vultures. They were altered by culture vultures, but still the essence, a lot of what you see today was built upon that structure. And so a lot of these kids, even though they're being transformed, like you say, I agree with that part, that they're being now entrapped and mentally enslaved into this way of thinking, but their root, their vibe, their essence still come from the four elements of hip hop, and that'll never go away. So I don't believe that we're orphans, because there are a lot of people that still believe in the foundation and the elements of hip hop. And so it's still alive and well, Kanye. It's not gone anywhere.
But we always pointing at the white people, but yet we want to spend all of our money on foreigns. We want to spend all our money on luxury as opposed to going and buying some land. America is for sale, and there's a lot of barren land. Disney bought a lot of it in Florida. But the culture has you focused so much on fucking somebody bitch and pulling up in a foreign and rapping about things that could get you locked up and then saying you about prison reform. Bro, we brainwashed out here, bro. Come on, man. This is a free man talking. Democrats had us voting Democrats for food stamps for years, bro. What is you talking about? Guns in the 80s, taking the fathers out the home, Plan B, lowering our votes, making us abort our children. God should not kill. I can't tell y'all how to feel, but what I can tell you honestly is how I feel.
Kanye, I understand, better yet, overstand what you're saying. Are you under the belief that Republicans are going to make America great again? And what does that mean?
My father's a Black Panther. My mother got arrested for the sit-ins at age 6. They were fighting for us to have the right to our opinion, not the right to vote for whoever the white liberals said Black people are supposed to vote for. I said, okay, so last year y'all tried to tell me who I'm supposed to vote for because I'm Black. Now this year, white liberals trying to tell me who I'm supposed to vote for because I'm Christian. It's just all based on y'all vision of what I'm supposed to do. And I understand, like, a lot of people, it's not a matter of whether you like it or who like it. We are in a country where we allowed to like whatever we like.
So Kanye, when folks say that you've aligned yourself with the quote unquote oppressors and that you've turned your back on your people, what do you say? Because we do remember that old Kanye of, like you were saying, that your mom was arrested during the sit-ins and your father was a Black Panther. And so a lot of people feel that you might have turned your back on your roots, your essence. What do you say to those folks?
So you mean to tell me I make every decision based off my color? The most racist thing a person could tell me is that I'm supposed to choose something based on my race. I'm the guy who said, stop gay bashing, right? Hip hop was dropping F-bombs, and I said, stop. You can play the footage. I said, stop it. As soon as I said, close on Sunday, just like Chick-fil-A, there was LGBTQ articles saying they need to boycott my company. I said George Bush don't care about Black people. As soon as I wore a red hat, I'm a coon. You get what I'm saying? People forget so quick. Think about that. You can't do enough for nobody out here. So how about it? I stop.
So Kanye, you're very influential and you have a very deep mind. I mean, just listening to you is helping me gain a greater appreciation for your thought pattern. But some of your actions make people think that you're crazy or you have severe mental health issues going on. And when we're looking for a president, we're looking for somebody who's not only intelligent, but that can keep it together in a high pressure job, whose behavior is not sporadic. So Kanye, if you were to become president, you would not only represent our people, our history, and our culture, but you'll represent our country. How do we know that you'll be able to handle the pressures of that task?
You know, sometimes you need some crazy motherfuckers to change something. Steve Jobs is crazy. Now we all on Steve Jobs' phones. They say Trump's crazy. They say I'm crazy. Einstein says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. It's a bigger plan, and I'm just doing what the universe told me. And I know I disappointed the Black community when I wore the hat, and I'm sorry for disappointing you.
But Kanye, as the president, the responsibility is much greater now. I know you see what I'm saying. That job requires you to be able to communicate with people. You'll be communicating with people from different countries, different backgrounds, different religions, different races. I mean, you'll have people that's for you, that's against you. Media outlets will treat you unfairly. I mean, it is a constant grind, bro. Are you ready and prepared mentally for that? Some would say your actions indicate no.
Kobe Bryant won 5 championships. He sprained all kind of muscles all through his body, tore ligaments. And for people to go to Kanye West, where I'm playing in the highest level of mental sport, I had Mark Zuckerberg wanting to meet with me. You know what I'm saying? I have people come to want to meet with me that are makers of the world at this point. So I'm playing at this mental sport as a Black man, and I'm ending up in debt every year. And then I have a breakdown. Don't NBA players got like knees iced every time? I need to just like leave every day, just go right to UCLA for the level of game and sport that I'm working at. But we don't make Kobe's legacy be about one torn ligament, and my legacy ain't about, oh, he got mental health. That just come with the level of sport I'm playing at.
So Kanye, one of the biggest concerns for me is the national student loan debt. I've been waiting for a candidate to address this issue because this impacts me. And so what do you say to the national, what is your position on the student loan debt here in America?
Take a step back. Stop worrying about your college, your loans. Stop worrying about what job that they got waiting for you in Silicon Valley. MIT, you can save the world. Kids in college, you can save the world. I'll put my life on this interview right now. It's up to y'all. Y'all have the ability to just step back from what you think culture is today. It's not about any candidate. It's not about red or blue. It's about humanity. Y'all talking about it's 12 years of oxygen left. Talking about we gonna kill the earth. We can't kill the earth. We gonna kill the things that keep us alive on the earth, and the earth gonna survive. It's up to y'all. Y'all the future. Y'all the future. But what y'all working on right now? I'm working on this 3D printed thing that is funded by who though? Y'all could do it. Y'all in a box. They have you in a box. You can save the world. but you are working on things that are too small.
Kanye, this has been a very interesting conversation. I'm glad we had the opportunity to talk. I'm going to let you go ahead and take us out. Go ahead and shoot from the cuff. Tell the people what you want them to hear.
Man, I fear and love God. When you remove the fear and love of God, you create the fear and love of everything else. You talking to somebody right now that only fears God, and Jesus has won the victory. Bro, this is my opinion. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying based on how other people are gonna feel. I'm just saying how I feel.
Flawless victory.